Hey guys, I got tired of how awesome and reliable the BMW was, so I decided to give myself some headaches and get a project car. So, here it is. Woo! Alright, nothing about it matches. Those XXRs are rad though. They look too big in 18s. Look at that. Jeez. Damn, that's big. Pretty rad looking car though. There's some sketchy stuff, like door handle doesn't really work, but look at that, look at that sparkly bride seat, all those sparkles. So just like every FC RX-7, it comes from the factory with an LS1. No Doritos in here. LS1, it's got like some heads and cams and fun stuff that who really cares about that stuff. Makes like 350 horsepower, it's fast, it's light, things really stripped down. I kind of just bought it to bounce off of other cars and learn some things. It's got PBM coils, some angle stuff, needs a few arms in the rear so I can get the alignment done and just right. But it's a pretty solid base car. And oh, let's check out the inside. Door bars are serious. So, just like the BMW, this is a Jason Evers cage. He does really good work, and that's honestly why I bought the car, is I know this cage is solid and it'll keep me alive. I got this thing to be a missile practice car and maybe do some pro-am events in. So, I guess I'm going to take you guys through a little journey with this thing and fix it up, because right now, it's a bit of a mess. And it's got an inline hydro and a whole bunch of stuff I don't like. Some sketchy stuff here and there. But the cage is good, the car's pretty solid, and I'm just going to tweak a few things, and hopefully it should be ready for round 1 in Texas. Lots of sketchy stuff. I'm going to do just like a few little cleanup things on it. I got to move the steering wheel and seat and pedals around and stuff so I can at least drive it. But then let's just cut to some testing footage while I test this thing. I didn't get to test the car yet because we've been getting some really weird weather. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but there's look at that, there's snow and ice. So I figured I'd make some windows so when I do drive it, I can at least drive it in the rain and stuff. It turned out to be a lengthier process than I thought, but it's really easy. So I figured I'd just show you real quick how it's done. I already did the driver's side. So I made it out of LEXAN with a little slidey window thing. The door handle's broken, so I had to make the slidey window thing so I can reach in and open it. Until I get a door handle, I have this silly little pull strap thing. But it's really simple, pretty clean, nice and clear. And then it's just got this little slide thing on there. But I'll show you how to do the other side. It's pretty darn easy. Okay, so to make a LEXAN window, you just need some cardboard and a razor blade. And you just kind of set it up against the window, trace it out with a razor blade, and tap it, and then you have a decent template. So then we'll go cut it out. Now that you have a good cardboard template, you just lay it out on some LEXAN, and then I use a little jigsaw with a metal blade on it, and the metal blade will keep it from like melting through the LEXAN. And then all you do is take the jigsaw and bam! You got a window. Okay, so making the actual window is really easy, even without all that editing trickery. Basically, the better you make that cardboard template, the easier it's going to be just to transfer it onto this and cut it out. But the hard part is making, like in here, the little sliding window cut out. So basically you need the little slidey piece that slides back and forth. And then you also need a thing for it to slide on. So all that is just 2 thin strips, one at like 1 inch and one at 1/2 inch. And then basically they line up like that. The 1 inch traps the big window slide in place, and then the little one just creates a gap for it to slide back and forth. Simple stuff. It's just kind of a hassle to cut perfectly straight strips. So to actually attach like the sliders and everything to the window, I use these self-tapping metal screws. If I got thicker LEXAN, then I could like drill and countersink and use like nice machine screws. But I got this really thin stuff from Home Depot. It was really cheap, and it keeps the car a little bit lighter. So I'm just using self-tapping screws, and then on the back side, I use a heat shrink so I don't cut myself on it, but I'll show you that later. Sweet! Now it slides. It's really fun, but this is too long. You gotta cut it so it's just a little bit longer than half of this track. That way it'll cover up whatever hole you have. Woohoo! Alright, this is the little piece that's gonna slide. Just make sure it works. Right on. So now I gotta cut out the hole. Hole's cut. Now I pull the backing off and take all the tape off of the little runners and start putting it together for the last time. Oh, and put the screws in backwards. You want them flipped around for maximum aerodynamicism. So to make a handle, just take a piece of LEXAN, heat it up with a handle, bend it, and then it bolts right on. Alright, now that it's all together, woo, yeah, look at that. Sick. So, just so my passengers don't get stabbed to death on these gnarly things, I just put heat shrink over the ends of it, heat it on, and it creates a soft little barrier. It's not perfect. Ideally, I do little like nuts with bolts, but this is what I have for now, and maybe later I'll replace these with nuts and bolts, but I just need to get this on the car, and then I can go test. So there is no exhaust on this. It's straight headers. They dump right here. So I'm probably not going to be able to talk at all throughout any of this. I don't have track access today because someone else is renting it out for some other sort of testing, so I can't even get on track. Oh, that's pretty stupid. I did one like second gear pull and a hood pin flies out. How do you use a hood pin? No surprise, there's a lot of torque. There's no tach, so I have no idea how high I'm revving anything, but the gearbox is so close. Like second to third, it's like I'm just staying in second. So I think second and fourth gear are going to be the only ones used. Maybe I'll just leave it in third the whole time, I don't know. But it's got plenty of torque. 255s probably only have like 195 worth of contact patch because there's so much camber on this thing. Once I get all the arms and stuff, should be able to get that all adjusted back to normal. But I guess do a quick little skid. Gearbox isn't great, kind of pops out of fourth gear, but maybe I'll just keep it in third gear forever. The brakes are insane. I think this car is way too light, and maybe the tires are just really stiff, but as soon as I touch the brakes, it just locks up all four wheels. So might need to take the brake booster out of here so I can get a little bit better pedal feel on this. Pretty cool car, pretty quick, lots of torque. I guess that's it. I will probably just make another video when I actually get to test this. Until then, make sure to hit like and subscribe, and you'll see it when it comes out. But thanks for watching, guys. See you later.